why it kind of looked like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I killed that guy. Can we get a slow-mo of that, dude? Phantom Forces has a heck of a lot of AKs, so we're going to pretty much split this into two videos. The first one is just going to be AKs, and the next one is going to be all the other kalashnikov guns. Let's just start off with the AK-12. Make sure to watch till the end of this video as well. It really helps me out. The AK-12 though. Are you serious? Oh wait, my loadout kind of sucks on this thing. Unless I don't actually have that many kills, which I probably don't. It has the funny hyperburst. It's like the RPK-12, which, by the way, we're not going to mention the RPKs until next video, because RPK doesn't start with an AK, it starts with RPK. Obviously, it's still a Kalashnikov gun, just going in the next video. What do I have to say about this gun? Because we're going to go through these guns really fast. It shoots at 700 RPM and has a 1000 RPM spam burst. That makes it really, really strong, like unnaturally strong. People don't really seem to realize how strong this thing can get, because this is with like an alright loadout, like an angled grip. Anyways, I think this has super armor piercing. Yes, but I wouldn't really use it because this thing actually can almost 3-hit in CQC. Next up, we got AK number 2, the AK-47. The old reliable AK, the 600 RPM automatic AK with 42 minimum damage with the torso multiplier to like 30 in LRC. This thing is an absolute beast in terms of damage, and if you put hollow points on it, it does 50 to 25, which I don't even gotta explain to you why that's OP. This gun is hard hitting, but very recoil intensive, but overall, if you don't mind the recoil, this is a very strong assault rifle, especially for CQC, and it even works in LRC pretty well because its minimum damage is so high. It's got such good min damage. Yeah, 7.62 by 39 AK that can do 50 to 25, which it can 2-hit in CQC and doesn't lose its 4-hit all ranges. That's so broken. It's so stupid broken. And all things considered, yeah, it's got a bit of kick, and it's not super accurate. What are you doing? It hits shots, dude. It doesn't matter. Oh, this thing is so inaccurate. Look at me just killing everybody within 45 million miles. Bruh. Next up, we got the AK-74. The AK-74, I've used a little, well, about the same as the AK-47. It doesn't hit nowhere near as hard, but what makes this thing so incredibly solid is that it can still 3-hit in CQC to decently far, shoots slightly faster than the AK-47, and it has way less recoil. And you can put super armor piercing on it, but I don't actually recommend that because you lose like all your 3-hit range. Whoa, 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 whoa. I killed that guy. Can we get a slow-mo of that, dude? Next up is the AKM. I've seen this thing used before. I'm not going to say who, but if you're watching this, you know who you are. And I was like, whoa, they made the AK-47 crutch. It's not super crutch. It has some recoil, as you can see. This is with no attachments on it, but if you slap on like a full loadout on this, it's essentially just like a slightly weaker but way more accurate version of the AK-47. You can't use hollow points for the same effect. 40 to 32 without a torso multiplier, but to be completely fair, if it had a torso multi, it would just have even less downsides over the AK-47. But as it stands, this is a really strong gun, and it's getting to the point where it's not underrated anymore because enough people know about it. Funny PUBG AK. Next up is the AK-103, which is very similar to the AKM, except when you use 5.56 in bars barrel, this thing becomes like the most whack gun in the entire game. I've already made multiple videos on this, well, or talked about it in many videos. I have a video, it's called like there's a Galil in Phantom Forces. It's basically a Galil with this conversion and stuff, but regularly it's just like a regular AK essentially. Next up, let's just do the Type 88. I know it doesn't say AK in the name, but it's just like, it's basically just a ripoff AK. So we're gonna have it here. It's a Korean AK, I think, or it might be Vietnam. I can't remember. Please correct me in the comments. I don't remember. Basically the Bison, they added it right before they added the Bison. People were like, no, add the Bison instead. So then they did. but both of them aren't that good. Except, well, you can use 7.62 and have a mag and whatever. I don't really like this gun that much, but it is pretty solid. The AK-12BR, I've made videos on this gun before. You know I like it. It's a cool gun. Whoa. They made this gun sound sick. I haven't used this gun since the update. Oh, but I forgot. They didn't revert the spam burst on this one. So you can't spam burst it like ultra hard or anything. That sucks. You can spam the AK-12, but not the AK-12BR? Come on, man. Next up, AKU-12. This one also has a spam burst, well, if you put the 9mm conversion on, which I highly recommend. I haven't made a video on this yet because a lot of people have, but I have been using it in my free time some, and it's because this gun is incredibly good now, like almost to the point of being unbalanced. It used to be pretty good, pretty strong, but balanced because you couldn't spam burst it. But now, as you can see, this is a burst, and I'm shooting it this fast. Literally Colt SMG, but better now. The regular gun does like 35 to 19. This does 36 to 17. The main upside that it has is like, I think it has better damage ranges. It doesn't lose hits to kill in LRC, but it gains the ability to hit to the head. And it has a 1000 RPM spammable burst that's just incredibly accurate. You see this? Next up is the AK-105. I need to take off 5.56. I bought it on the AK-105 before the AK-103 because I was like, oh, I can make a video and say it's a Galil. It also is kind of a Galil with 5.56 because it has 35 round mag and less recoil. But this gun, with bars barrel and whatnot, same deal as the AK-103. But I'm going to be honest, without bars barrel and whatever, I don't know about this gun. It just feels very, very weak to me. It compromises so much to gain so little. I don't see a lot of people using this gun, but it exists, so that's cool. And at least the 5.56 on AK-103. Oh, that guy just, wow. At least 5.56 on AK-103 can still 3-hit in CQC. This thing goes down to 32. We're skipping the DVV-12, even though that's kind of a kalashnikov gun. Like I said, we'll do that in the next video like this. Since we have time, we're going to do a couple of extra guns. First off, the Krinkov, because this is an AKS-74U, I believe. This gun, people kind of sleep on this gun. I know in my video I hated on it a lot. I was like 32 max damage range, poopy poop. But actually that's not too bad. A lot of PDWs have that or worse. For example, the MAC-10 has a 20 stud max damage range. And yeah, this thing can 2-hit to the head in CQC. And it does 18 min, but that's not really terrible considering it's a PDW. It looks really whack with my first-person camos turned off. But yeah, it's kind of a low recoil, but very fast shooting AK. And its time to kill is incredibly fast considering pretty much all the other AKs are also a 3-hit in CQC. And this shoots like, I don't know, like 85 RPM faster than even the AK-74 and like 135 more than the AK-47. It's a little bit weak in LRC, but comparatively to like other PDWs, which it's a PDW, like what do you expect? It's not really too bad. Now let's get on to basically these are also just AKs as well. The Grozo One and the Grozo 4. We'll get on to the RPKs and all these other guns that are very similar and kalashnikov in nature in a different video. That includes the Scorpion, the dragonov guns, the RPKs, all that stuff. First off, the Grozo One. Holy, why does this gun model look so massive? Why it kind of look like that? The Grozo One, I made a video on this a while ago, right before they, well, I guess the recoil was like that when I made it. No, I think they buffed the recoil since I made it last. I actually said this gun was pretty good in my video on it, and I do believe that it is pretty good. Its min damage isn't the best, and its max damage is also not the best at 33. It kind of is like a non-spam burstable AK-12 in a way, and after they buffed the recoil and also made it way more like side to side or just to the left, it made the gun a little bit less powerful. In no way is this a bad gun. It has a 5.56 conversion, which allows it to do 36. But yeah, in my video, I might have given it a bit of praise, maybe a little bit too much, I don't know. I just feel like it's a decent gun. Also, I just like the gun, the Grozo. It's actually a bullpup AKS-74U, so it's like a bullpup version of the krinkov. The final gun of this version of the video, next one coming, is the Grozo 4, and wait a And wait a minute, dude. Did they buff the Grozo 4? Because before it had an extended mag attachment, which sucked. Holy. But I think they buffed the Grozo 4. Before, it was like a 20-round version of the other Grozo, the Grozo One. That just kind of sucked. Like, it could 3-hit in CQC, but other than that, it was like slower RPM, less bullets. But now, wait, it shoots at the same... They must have really buffed this gun. Oh, this one shoots at 750. Yeah, so it still shoots slower. At least they finally gave this thing a bit of a buff. Before it had an extended mag, but the extended mag had a lot of downsides, like terrible reloads. But now, it has an extended mag with no downsides that it just comes with. Grozo 4 video coming soon, maybe? All I can tell now is, the muzzle velocity is the same as the CAC SRR. That's sick. Thanks, Stylus. You made the gun better. Maybe tomorrow video on the other AKs, but if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to sub and like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.